Welcome to the Spare Parts Racing Podcast, your podcast for all things motorsports. With your hosts, Sean Chavarella, Stephen Clary, and Taylor Moore.
Hear that music?
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Spare Parts Racing Podcast. I'm your host, Sean.
I'm Stephen.
And I'm Taylor.
And friends, this week has kind of been sad.
Why is that?
First, Sarah's car got freaking wrecked this week, so that's been a big piss off.
That's a big sad.
Okay, can we just talk about, this is just personal stuff, but, the piece of debris, the photo she sent of that?
I know! What?
It's okay. So Sarah's car this week, my fiance, got wrecked because she was driving down the highway, and a big piece of debris, which is a concrete wheel with some metal coming out of it?
Oh, it's a metal wheel.
Was it metal? No.
It looks like a hunk of metal.
Yeah,
it's
it
rusted to shit. That's why.
Something big just smoking the front of her tiny ass little Corolla.
Yeah.
Or no, Civic. Sorry, Civic, not Corolla. Her old car was the Corolla.
Say,
Anyway, so yeah, that's great that happened. And second thing sad is the damn what was it? The Emilia Romagna. What's the full name of the damn race?
Emilia Romagna GP or whatever.
Imola was canceled. Shall we say?
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't try and say the names.
No, you have to say the full name. They paid for the sponsorship, Stephen. You have to say the
they're not sponsoring this show.
No, they are not.
No. If they want
we don't
to,
get
then
any of
sure.
that money.
I'm gonna pull it up here just for you. Damn it, can't find it now.
Emilia Romagna. Made in Italy. I like the random English.
Yeah, it was the I think it was is this the one? Formula One Qatari Emirates Gran Premio del Made in Italy del Emilia Romagna. Anyway,
that's the one.
It's literally no, it's sort of the opposite of your name. You have a bunch of English and then just the most Italian last name ever.
Yes.
Thrown in.
Yes, it's annoying, and they made my font and my license smaller because of it.
Yes, that's what happens when you have three middle names.
That are all three syllables.
They're all long, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had to think about that one? Yeah. Anyway, so we lost an F1 race this week. I may have lost a car myself. But there is some good things to talk about because we do have Darlington Throwback Nascar race to talk about. We had Indy 500 practice and qualifying, which is this week. And we also have, NASCAR All-Star race this week as well at North Wilkesboro. So, plenty of fun things to talk about. I think first we should address the water in the room and talk about the flooding of Imola. Oh, come on. Why, don't shake your head at that one, Stephen.
That's bad. That's bad, man.
I mean, it's a good thing it was canceled.
Yes.
You know?
I mean, yeah, when you see the pictures.
I didn't see anyone actually angry about that call.
No. Yeah, I mean, if you're angry about it, leave.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all.
Yeah,
leave. There's not what are you gonna do?
Oh my gosh.
No, that's my joke.
Red Bull underwater?
Yeah, thank you, Taylor. Yes, thank you. I'm holding a Red Bull can and a water ball on top of it for anyone listening. Anyway, yeah.
Steven is not appreciating your humor tonight.
He hates it. He really hates it.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? I find that very hypocritical considering that he also makes terrible jokes all the time. So
I mean, let's be honest. Me and Steven have mastered the dad joke.
I'm not sure I'd agree with the mastered, but sure, you tell a lot of dad jokes.
Exactly. And no one finds them funny except us. So therefore, mastered.
I find them funny.
Sometimes.
Because they are funny. Well, it depends.
Exactly.
Sometimes they're not funny.
Anyway, so back to the cancellation of the event.
Yeah.
For anyone who hasn't seen the photos, the paddock is underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Half the track is flooded, basically.
The closest you could get to a race right now is if you took a bunch of little RC boats.
No, the little boats that Ricardo was in last week.
Yeah,
you should get those
ones. Yeah. I
They
don't
could
know.
have a submarine race.
I mean, I don't hate that idea.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Think about it though.
They might
If
not.
every
They might not
team
have
like
the displacement.
But, like, okay,
well,
how-
all I'm saying is it'd be
you
really
could-
fun.
A submarine race would be terrible for cameras. It's like, okay, here's the water.
True, but like, okay, think about it though. Every team gets one torpedo.
Now we're talking.
So at that
Use it
point,
wisely.
is it bad if I put the money on Yuki Tsunoda?
Why would you put the money on Yuki Tsunoda, Steven?
Why?
Why not?
If it was a flying race and you can take one plane out, I'd put it on Yuki, but like...
Oh boy, this is like.
No.
I would put the money on Logan Sargent. You don't fuck with American submarines.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
no. In that case, you put
Or-
the money on either Magnussen or Hulkenberg because they get the American-made submarine.
Also, why are we not taking the easy Hulkenberg German U-boat joke here? We kind of...
I was gonna say that. I was like,
Yeah.
what about Hulkenberg
Yeah.
and the U-boats?
I think we've passed on that one, so we screwed that. So let's move on from that joke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because, you know, the flooding there is definitely not a joke, and people there are being displaced, and a lot of bad shit happening. And it was a smart thing for them to move. I think I saw a photo today of, like, Yuki trying to assist in, like, cleanup of some places.
Yeah, I think the entire AlphaTauri team was there helping with
'Cause,
that.
like, that's
I
also
didn't
their
see a photo of
region
Nick
too,
DeVries,
right?
but yeah, it is.
So, and I think it was on TSN, like when Tim Hurani was talking about it, he said that like it's a good thing for all the teams to leave because that actually freed up hotel spaces for people displaced to go to. So I think that was also really good thing too. I didn't even think about that one either. It's like, yeah, I guess people need a place to go.
Yeah, it's almost like Formula One teams take up a lot of space.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Are you still mad about that?
But-
the stupid hockey thing?
No.
Okay, you're not referencing
no.
that. Okay, good.
No. I'm just saying it's almost like they take up a lot of space. But the one thing that hasn't been cleared up out of this is the most important part. Where is the cat?
Oh shit.
Where is Formulino? We need to know that Formulino is okay.
Up a tree, probably.
Probably.
Hiding from the floodwaters.
Yeah, it's a cat. They'll be fine.
I'm sure he's fine. All good.
Yes.
Being a cat.
Just to be safe, Stephen, I am going to Google Imola cat to see what comes up. If there is any news on it.
I will check Twitter because now I'm actually really curious because I haven't checked in a while.
Yeah, there is nothing.
Damn it.
No.
It's okay. It's fine. I'm sure other people on Twitter
Oh.
asked the question.
10 hours ago, they were able to confirm that Formulino is okay, and the
Oh,
cat
good.
is staying with the staff.
Oh, good. Amazing. I'm glad that Formulino is okay.
I love how that's what people focus on. Not the people, just the cat. Good job. Good job. I love it.
Well, because cats, like, you know, we don't know. We want to make sure that the animals are safe too.
That's
We're
cool.
happy that the people are safe, but we want to know the cat is safe. It's important.
I thought what Steven's going to bring up of the actual important question regarding this cancellation is it canceled or are they going to reschedule?
Oh yeah,
Can they?
they're
That's-
no, it's gonna be canceled.
I think
Look at
so.
the schedule. Look at the schedule.
I
The
think
schedule
schedule's
is
way too-
already busy.
there was one place they could put it in.
Summer break probably.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They could probably shorten their summer break, but
No one will.
We already
like
had a
that.
spring break apparently.
The only other
Yeah.
thing would be to do. I don't know. I saw someone say squeeze it in between Spain and Canada. Okay, sure.
okay.
Or between Canada and Austria.
You
No,
could do it after
can't do
Monza.
that.
Mm.
You could, yeah, I
You're
guess.
already in Italy, just quick little jaunt over. Maybe.
But-
You could do it.
That,
Probably
so that
won't
would
want
also
to,
set
but-
up a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight weeks of racing.
Great.
So
That'd be great for us, but they would
Yeah, but
all
it's-
hate
okay,
it, I'm
it's-
sure.
Yeah, okay, it's 5 straight weeks, but it'll all be in Europe. It's not a whole lot of travel there.
No, that would end in Singapore and Japan. Are you looking at the right thing here, Sean?
No, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So, good luck selling them on that one.
It says that it's been called off, so I don't think it's going to be rescheduled.
I don't think so
The
either.
schedule's way too tight for it to be put back on.
Yeah. It's almost like
I mean,
packing
again,
a schedule full of races gives you zero flexibility if anything happens.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew? Watch
Which might be
Sunday, the
important
weather's
for-
going to be perfect, and it's going to be like no water.
Yeah, probably.
But
Yeah.
it's fine. They should have canceled it. There's no point waiting around, and teams leaving help out the community better. That's kind of more important around the track anyway.
Yep.
So,
Agreed.
It is what
Ferrari-
it is.
Ferrari, for once, wins the weekend because I think I saw they donated like €1 million or £1 million. I can't remember which it was. It was a lot of money to help with the recovery. So good job, Ferrari. You won something.
Maybe they're just trying to get that good karma.
Exactly.
Well,
Appease the racing.
they need
god.
it.
No,
They
the-
need the good karma.
They need the
Help
karma.
your countrymen.
Here's the thing. They need the good karma. And by helping the people of Imola, they're helping the cat, Formulino. Because we all know karma is a cat.
I
Boom.
thought
Boom.
karma
No?
Boom.
It's a
is
Taylor
my-
Swift quote.
Yes, I know. But
Is karma a cat? I thought it was many things.
You know what, Taylor? You know what?
Isn't karma also a god?
Hence the racing gods. Which is the cat. So,
And
that's-
I'm totally playing that song in my head now.
yeah, you've, again, just going to butcher that joke again. Thanks, Taylor. I thought it was funny.
You know what? If it was more clear, it wouldn't have been butchered.
it's pretty
So
clear.
make it more
Steven got
clear.
it.
That's pretty
Steven
clear.
really
I
got
was
it.
just unimpressed.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? His unimpressiveness or whatever reads as confusion. So
I mean, yeah, he does always seem kind of confused, but, like, that's beside the
That's
point.
my permanent.
karma confused.
Steven, use confusion. It's super effective.
against myself.
I was going to say against Ferrari, but, like, sure.
No, that's the exact
Okay.
same thing. Ferrari
Yeah.
uses confusion and they hurt themselves.
Ooh.
We're checking.
Anyway,
Question?
so should we talk about the races from this weekend?
We shall. The actual on-track stuff.
Okay, those feel a long time ago that those happened.
Well, I
They
mean,
do. They feel so long ago.
it's Thursday. That's
Yeah.
probably not
True.
helping.
We're almost on to the next weekend, so
Exactly.
It's been a week. It has
It
been a
has.
week.
So
So which one are we starting with?
Darlington?
Go with Darlington.
I won another
Yeah.
bet. I was happy.
Look at you.
Good for you,
I know.
Sean.
Another week in a row. Good,
Two in a row.
Go for me. Thank you. What was it? Who was it? Larson and Chastain? That wrecked?
For wrecking? Yeah.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
they're the ones that wrecked.
Which gave us probably the best clip of the year so far, which is that obvious old, like, husband and wife couple just standing there, each in the gear of the other person's, like, like one in Larson, one in the Chastain gear. It's like, ooh, that's gonna be an awkward car ride.
Yeah.
And, like, people were again giving Chastain shit for that.
Oh, why?
He's,
Because
enemy number one right now.
He is, but honestly, I like it. I am a Chastain fan
honestly
at this point.
I agree with you, Sean. I agree with you because I feel like that's what NASCAR is for. Like that's the whole kind of vibe of NASCAR. It's just like elbows out. You just go for it.
Yeah.
And if you wreck out, you wreck out. If you take some people with you, oh well, that's just the way it is.
Exactly.
So you know what? Go Chastain. It might be controversial, but go Chastain.
And this
And
one,
Byron.
Steven comes in with the, well,
Whoa.
Well, I didn't say anything.
You're just anticipating.
yeah, we just know your style at this point. Just
Okay, fair.
You've been doing this for so long.
anti-fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I wouldn't say that Steven's anti-fun.
We'll see about that.
I would just
Anyway,
say that he's less enthusiastic.
True. So yeah, Byron won. He had a great showing from Kevin Harvick, who, has
He's had a
those.
good year.
He has. What
Mhm.
is he right now?
He is currently
third in
third.
points. Yeah.
Who's first in points?
Chastain.
Chastain.
Oh.
Without a win.
Yeah.
I think
Which
I've
is,
seen
like-
this film before.
Seen this film before.
Yes, thank you, Taylor. Yes, I'm a Taylor Swift quote.
I'm
Gosh.
sorry. It's all of it's just like playing through my head now.
Are you just gonna try and squeeze in as many as possible at this point, Sean?
Listen, I can do it without even trying.
Yeah.
Like, this is me trying. Thank you. Thank you.
No. No.
I'm sorry. It's just too easy.
Gosh.
No, you're not. You're not.
Hey, every single
Sorry, am I being
time that you
mean?
say
Am I
a
being
quote,
mean?
though, I can't not play the song in my head. It is so difficult to not sing along when you do it.
I think a great drinking game to this show would be drink every time I make a Taylor Swift quote or reference.
No.
I'd be drunk by the end of the show.
Oh, it'd be fantastic.
You massive Swiftie.
Yeah, you know it.
Well, we're all massive Swifties on this podcast, so.
Exactly. Come to Canada anytime soon, Taylor Swift. Announce those tour dates. I'm not mad.
No, we're mad.
Buddy, you're gonna have to get in line.
Yeah, I know. That's,
For,
yeah. So
There were people trying to figure out at a Blue Jays game where the best Taylor Swift concert tickets were going to be if she did Rogers Center.
It'll have to be a Rogers
Probably
Center.
would do what. It would have to be.
It's
There's
where
no
every
way
other
it
one has
would-
been, but whatever.
Whatever. Can you imagine she comes to Canada and she plays Budweiser stage? Like, there's no way. Although it'd be a good outdoor concert, but
Yeah, or just does like one of the field festival places like Downsea or something. Where you can
ew.
pack in way more people.
Echo Beach or whatever.
Sure, I don't actually know.
Anywho,
Yeah, we're
back
really
to
on
Back to NASCAR.
Yes.
NASCAR.
okay, Byron, win. Yes. Harvick,
Yay.
good. Yes.
Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott, 3.
Yeah,
Showing some signs of life.
Oh, which you're probably very happy about, Steven. Didn't you have him? You
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
him, right?
yes, he
Yeah.
does.
Yes. Yes.
Well, good for him.
He's been he hasn't been bad, but it's not the Chase Elliott we've seen over the last couple of years, right?
Well,
No.
didn't he what did he break?
His
Didn't
legs.
he not break?
Leg,
Yeah, he broke his leg. That's pretty
His-
important.
his breaking leg.
He broke the leg.
okay,
It was what was it? What's his name? Bowman broke his back.
There you go.
That was it. I'm like,
Oh
what?
my gosh. Ugh.
Just Bowman, Byron. I was like, which one is it? Nope, nope. Breaking.
Hendrick is in a rough spot right now.
Oh yeah, except they fucking are winning every other race. It
Yeah.
seems.
I was gonna
N-
say, are they?
When is Byron going to break something?
Shh. Hey, no,
Realistically, despite
don't you put
okay.
that karma on him.
who is a championship favorite for NASCAR now? Because we're halfway through the actual regular season before playoffs, which is
What's up?
amazing to think of.
Wait, are we really?
Yes.
What the heck? Where did the time go?
I know, right? Well, it's a third of the season, but it's 2/3. It's a third of the ones okay, it's a third of the 2/3, or 3/3 of the season, but it's half of the regular season because you have another third after that.
Okay, so,
So it's
we're
still Kyle-
half
it's still
of the
Kyle
regular
Larson.
season, but we know that the playoffs come after.
Yes,
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay,
So it's still Kyle Larson.
is the favorite.
is the
plus
favorite
650.
really?
Yeah.
That's amazing
Then it's-
considering he's
then
ninth
it's-
in points.
Just wait.
Okay,
Then it's Byron. at
that makes
7
sense. I would
700.
agree.
That
with
makes
that.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then at
Chase.
plus 800, Chase Elliott.
Doesn't make sense at all.
To be fair, Elliott will win.
He will probably get a win at some
Yeah,
point.
at some point.
And
at some point.
at that point, it's just going to be how long can he stay in? And does he get back to his regular form in the next couple weeks? I'd say yes. He's probably taking it
Again.
a little easier.
He just came third. Like, it'll be interesting
No,
to see
but,
what
like-
happens this weekend. But
And
So-
this is, again, this is how NASCAR points are weird. It's just so weird.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
see slowly trended up. Like he finished second at Auto Club, but then lately it's been 10, 12, 11, 7th, 3rd.
Okay.
It's almost like he's taking it easy.
Yeah. And,
Coming
you're
back
getting
from
back into the groove. You're probably getting your fitness up. There's a whole lot going into that. The feel of the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I mean,
he'll
it's
be
a
fine.
long road.
He'll get a win. He'll be in. Who else is in the top? Give me the top 6 for the championship, Steven. So you got the 3 Hendrick cars plus Chastain, right? That was it?
No.
Chastain's not there?
No.
He's not in there at all?
Chastain's at plus 1,400.
Oh, wow.
Next, you have Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, and Joey Logano to round out your top 6.
Chastain has been one of the most consistent guys all year. That's hilarious.
Yep.
That'd be a good bet.
That's
to be
probably
honest.
somewhat a Blaney effect.
I think 100% it's a Blaney effect.
So, is this he's going to do well but never win sort of thing? Or, so we always try and take advantage of the IndyCar odds because they aren't as well known. I wonder how well they know the NASCAR odds. Partially for that, partially for, as we were talking about a little earlier, with Chastain being in the middle of everything, and especially so Rick Hendrick came out after this race and was like, he needs to calm it down, and so did his Chastain's team owner and Justin Marks. Both said, yeah, he's probably got to calm it down a little bit because he's making enemies.
He's not going to calm it down.
Yeah,
No,
whatever.
he shouldn't, because it's working, but it's also will that help in the playoffs if he's made a bunch of enemies?
Yeah, but he's also okay, the incident this weekend wasn't really his fault either. Right?
But the only thing I'll
guys
say
kinda
is
ran out
that
of room
the only thing I'll say is he's also been in the center of a lot of stuff. Whether it's his fault or not, he's in a lot of
and that's where
incidents.
he has the reputation now. Right?
Yeah.
He has a reputation of a guy who's going to, take you out. Do I think that's actually deserved? No.
Not
I actually don't.
necessarily,
I
no.
don't think he's as bad as people say he is.
No, but again, he was in 3 incidents this race alone. Busch, Truex, and Larson.
I mean,
So
yeah.
there's not nothing, but it's not as bad as it seems. Right? Is that fair?
That's fair.
Right? If you it's almost like if you put this into iRacing, he would have a lot of incident points, and it's not always your fault, but at the same time, if you're in that position to get those points, you might be doing something a little.
Okay. And that's actually a fantastic description. That's what I give you shit for all the time in iRacing. Because you get more incident points, and you're like, it's not my fault. But my response to Steven is always, well, you're in those situations, so it's partially your fault anyway. So yeah, okay.
And that's why I brought it up.
That is actually a really
I wanted
good
to see
point.
if you were going to go hypocritical.
No. That actually is a really, really good point on that.
So yeah, I agree. I don't think everything is his fault. It's just a bad reputation that he has. But at the same time, again, he's getting in contact with a lot of guys right now. But it's working for him. Keep it up. You just got to make sure you stay friendly with enough people that it won't screw you over later on.
Yeah, if you're talking
playoffs.
if you actually had a analytics side of NASCAR where you had a driver rating and a safety rating, yeah, Chastain would have the low safety rating but a really high driver rating.
Exactly.
But
Taylor has no idea what we're talking about.
No, she doesn't, and it's fine.
To be quite honest with you, I have one of those moments where my brain spaced out for no reason, and I was like, "Whoa, gotta bring it back."
Was there
So I missed that little bit.
Was there just a blank space there? Thank you. Adds another. What?
You're gonna kill us.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh,
All-Star
should've
race this
known.
weekend at North Wilkesboro. That's an exciting event.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I don't know much about it, so I believe you though.
It's for Taylor, who doesn't know, and for anyone else who's unfamiliar. North Wilkesboro was a traditional track in NASCAR. Basically, they always race back in 70s, 80s, 90s. it eventually got replaced in the calendar, and I think it was replaced with, I want to say, Texas originally. So like it lost its date, and it basically fell into disrepair. The track was completely abandoned. Like one of the press boxes had collapsed and stuff, like from wear and tear over the last few years. Place was overgrown, and basically, being a classic NASCAR track, this whole thing started a couple of years ago with Dale. Actually, maybe during COVID, Dale Earnhardt Jr. basically appealed to iRacing, like, "Hey, because the future of the track is up in the air, can we at least scan the track and get it virtually in iRacing?" And Dale Earnhardt Jr. with a whole bunch of volunteers went to the track, cleaned it up, pulled out all the weeds and all the overgrown bushes and stuff, and trimmed it up, gave it a nice little makeover. And iRacing came and scanned it and put it in iRacing, and
nice.
People loved it, and a lot of support grew for bringing the track back and everything. And now, it's hosting a NASCAR race again for the first time. I want to say it's like 20-something years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I guess the whole Save the Speedway thing makes a lot more sense when I looked it up today.
Yes.
But that's such a good story, and I'm glad that they're getting like a race back on the calendar. I love that.
And like this All-Star race is, I'm sure, a test to actually get it on the calendar. And even at North Wilkesboro, there's even a banner being like, "Oh, get your 2024 tickets." And it's like, we haven't announced anything with 2024. What do you mean?
Do you know something we don't?
Yeah.
There will be a race here, but will it mean anything? Because the All-Star race doesn't count for points, and that's why I'm sort of like, I don't really care about the All-Star race, but hopefully it's a good showing.
I will watch it for the sake of
just to see what it's like
for the track, honestly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like what states is it in?
Yeah, so it closed down in '96.
Oh wow!
That's what according to Wikipedia has the last
legit
Cup winner.
like 27 years ago.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
That's what's on. It says last Cup winner was '96, but I don't think that's entirely right.
Oh, so the last Cup race was there in '96 because I think there was still racing.
Sorry, yeah, there was still racing there, but the last NASCAR event there.
The last NASCAR event. Wow,
Yes.
That's a long time ago. Very long time ago.
So yeah, built in the '40s. Built in the '40s, paved in the '50s, and basically been a long established track in NASCAR. And honestly, it's really happy it's back, and I don't really have a prediction of who's going to win this week. If anything, I would say Ross Chastain. Simply because
I'll second that.
No, it'll be Chastain for the Blaney effect. Remember, didn't Blaney win All-Star last year or something like that? Or I think it was the first race. It was the Clashy one. But same thing. It's like you don't win during the year, but you win the race that doesn't count.
You win the races that don't count.
Yeah. So that'll be the Chastain.
I don't know. Oh, who knows? Maybe it'll be Elliot's time to shine, and it won't matter.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think North Wilkesboro is a really good ad. And I really hope it actually gets a proper date back. And again, it's like,
yeah, that would be good.
Motorsports going back to kind of its more traditional values. Okay, that sounds actually bad when I say that in a certain way. But like going back to your old tried and trusted, like your what's the word? I guess
your roots.
Yeah, like your heritage track, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, stuff you grew the sport on and then you abandoned.
Mm-hmm.
Going back to that and making it work is, I think, the best option for the sport.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think there's like an added value for keeping the tracks that kind of have a lot of history to them on the calendar. Like it's the same way I kind of feel about Monaco. I mean, like we always say, it's not that great of a race, but you keep it around for the history because it's something that people love, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And for NASCAR, like if that's Wilkesboro, right? Like it'd be a great way to kind of bring back that little piece of NASCAR history back to the calendar where people just like know it. They've not like seen things from like years and years and years ago.
Yeah.
It just brings back memories.
And like with California being torn down and turned into a short track. That's a shame you're losing that speedway. Like, you don't get a chance a lot of the times to bring back a speedway once it's dead. Like, California, that's gone. Nazareth, that's gone. What else is gone? There's so many that have come and gone over the years that once you tear them down, you don't get them back. So appreciate what we have, and if you can bring back something that you know is, I would say, tried and tested and works for your sport, stick with it. So IndyCar should go back to Michigan, is where this is all going.
That would be fun. Also, yeah, Ryan Blaney was the winner at the All-Star race last year.
Ooh. Yeah, let's go Chastain.
Yeah, so it's gotta be.
Oh boy.
I'd bet the house on that.
What house?
Exactly.
I was gonna say, what house? What you speak of?
I got a cardboard box somewhere. That's probably worth like 10 grand, depending where I put it.
Over.
That's true. True. Fair enough.
Is it
we're
a
all
fixed
gonna live in a
cardboard
shed.
box?
So anyway, I guess that's a good segue to go into IndyCar. Speaking of traditions and traditional
Oh, I thought you were gonna
races.
say speaking
And
of cardboard
historical
boxes.
races.
Yeah, we got IndyCar practice the last 2 days.
I'll start. Oh, hang on. Start with the GP.
Oh, right, the race.
Don't forget the GP.
I was half
also,
asleep watching this, man.
Also, Darlington, 83% good race. Just because
Well, there
we
you
always
go.
do that. So
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho.
Fine. IndyCar GP. I was pissed off at this one, actually.
Why?
Why?
Because of Lundgaard?
Yeah, I had Lundgaard.
Shocker. You cursed him.
Look,
like,
Sean.
Listen, I don't know
you-
why Lundgaard is so good at that one track. Like, right? Like, the whole season, he hasn't done a whole lot, and then just randomly fights for the win, gets fourth. But the part that pissed me off with Lundgaard is, what did Steven say about my betting? Bet to place. Right? So I bet on Lundgaard to place. Top 3.
Fourth.
Fuck.
Literally so funny. I was laughing so hard when you told me that.
I also had Pedro Ward to win.
Oh,
Second.
Oh,
Fuck.
It's a bold
Again.
choice for the guy.
so funny.
He's speaking of Blaney. He's having a Blaney season.
look, it's not like I
Is he due?
find your pain funny,
No, of
but I
course you
find
do.
your pain funny.
Listen, we're gonna have some bad blood here.
I was waiting for an opportunity to bring that one up. You,
Ah,
you're so annoying.
listen, I don't know why it's just so easy today to do. They're just coming to me.
It's gonna be one cruel summer.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Good job, Taylor. You got one.
Got one. Steven hates us both.
I know he does. It's fine. So yeah, what do we got? We had Alex Palou showing why he's Alex Palou and why he is as good as he always is. Like, Alex Palou is so weird, is he not? Where I don't want to say he's mediocre, but he's a top driver who is guaranteed top 10 finish, like pretty much every week. And then like all of a sudden for one weekend, he just goes off. And he is untouchable. Like literally no one can touch him.
I don't know how you're really saying he's mediocre at this point. He's leading the championship.
Sorry, I don't mean mediocre, but I mean like
Yeah, it's like what?
Overrated? Is that what you're looking for?
no, but like he's not in contention to win the race, but he's up there at the front. But you know he's not going to win. He's still usually a couple, positions back. Like he's in the top 10, right? Just maybe at the cusp of the top 5. And then one race, he just explodes. And just dominates the entire race. And that's his career. It's like, be consistent, go off. Like, he kind of has that Scott Dixon syndrome. Like, it's the exact same kind of thing. It's that.
I wonder why that would be, Sean. Why would that be? Why would he act like Scott Dixon?
Fucking say it.
Because he races with him
Yeah, go
and
for
has
it.
been mentored by him for 3 years.
Exactly.
So
Yep. So it makes sense. He's learning from he's learning
It's
from
almost
one
like
of the IndyCar greats.
I was gonna say it's almost like the guy who has the most championships in IndyCar is teaching this guy how he won his championships. Huh.
So he could also win championships.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah. Fine.
So
I don't have any notes for
Anywho.
GP.
Yeah.
We
Pillow
were-
looked
we were-
good.
We were busy.
Oh,
It
yeah, I
was on
guess-
Saturday, right?
Yeah, it was.
it was
Yeah.
Saturday.
We had the
So
steak.
we were busy.
Yeah,
We were
had the steak and
busy.
dough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Rossi finally showed up for something.
again.
Yeah, good for him.
Remember
Had a
last
good
week we had the conversation about who's in the championship hunt, and
Yep.
we talked about that like
Mhm.
8 through 12 guys who like maybe could hop in there. Yeah, I'm sticking with my thing of like this is like a 6-horse race.
So you're saying down to like New Garden?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it ends at Scott Dixon. 7-horse race.
That's fair.
So who does it include?
Polo,
So yeah, Polo at
Award,
first.
Right.
Polo
Keep
Award,
going, Yari.
Erickson, Grosjean, McLaughlin, Newgarden, Dixon.
Yeah. You know what? Well, and the thing we know with IndyCar too is that like anything can happen.
Yep.
Really. Things can change on a dime.
Yes, but like, it just goes to show, like in that list there, you have 3 Ganassis, you have 2 Penske's, McLaren, and Andretti. Like it's the teams you know are going to be there, and every year you have that one guy who's kind of the leader of that team.
Yeah.
Like this year, it's Grosjean for Andretti. Wouldn't have thought Herta was that bad, but he is.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. So going into, I guess, 500, one thing has been talked about a bit this week, and that's the future of Marcus Ericsson, speaking of Ganassi driver, who so far this week at IndyCar for 500 practice has posted the fastest time, obviously with tow and all that stuff, right? He did the 2:29 today, I think. I don't think anyone touched that in the final hour. I didn't see.
He had a 2:29.6. Scott Dixon had a 2:29.1, so they were the only two to break 2:29 today.
That's okay.
Oh wow.
That's fair. But yeah, so Ericsson doesn't want to be a pay driver anymore. He wants to be paid. And to be fair, I think he should.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point. Yeah.
The question
Kind
is,
of
where does he go?
Deserve that.
Good question. I don't
It's a good
know
question.
where.
Where could he go? Like, where is there a seat?
That is a question, right? Like, it's either Ganassi pays him, which at this point you really should, or I would say maybe there's a possibility that he goes to Andretti.
In place of who?
Devlin DiFrancesco.
Oh yeah, please. Would love that. Get rid of him.
Yeah. So that I could see being an option. Because you have to imagine for silly season this year with McLaren, they have Pato and Rossi, and you have Rosenquist. But assuming Rosenquist is gone the end of the year, they're gonna bring Polo in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Polo, let's not forget, he's a lame duck there at Ganassi, right?
Yeah.
Like he's on the way out.
Yes.
He's signed with McLaren for the end of this year.
Right. I forgot about that.
So
No,
maybe
if Polo wins the championship in IndyCar, 2 to 3 years, should he go to F1?
I mean, I could see him doing decently in F1. In place of who?
Norris or Piastri? Like, honestly, it
Well,
could be either.
apparently, what's his
It
name's
could
gonna
be
be kicked
either.
out soon. DeFries.
Piastri.
Oh, DeVries? Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Well, I thought you were gonna say Piastri.
How's
it's
he been
already
doing so far?
Not, like, it's not like he's anything
Hasn't
special.
not that the McLaren has exactly blown anyone out of the water, but like he also ain't doing too hot.
No, he isn't.
For someone who, like, screwed Alpine so poorly, I find it kind of really funny.
You really missed.
know what I
You
mean?
could have made a karma quote there. Just saying.
We already did karma.
I know,
You
I
can't
know.
do it twice.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, so retired in Bahrain, 15th in Saudi, 8th in Australia,
Home race. Good
11th
points.
in
Good points.
Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, just
11th
missed
in
out.
Azerbaijan and 19th in Miami.
He was that
So-
bad in Miami. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how the year goes for that one. That could be one to look at.
That's also was not a good race for McLaren in general. Norris was only 2 spots ahead of him.
Still ahead.
So, yep.
McLaren just
So-
is having a bad year. Their car is trash, but
Everyone's car is trash except like 3 teams. It seems 2 teams. That's it. If you're not Red Bull and you're not Aston Martin, someone's complaining.
true.
Yeah, I just find it interesting that there's going to be a lot of silly season talk, probably some F1 IndyCar crossover.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we know it's coming, right? Like, it was rumored last year with the whole Zach Brown thing,
Yeah.
picking on Pillow.
I actually
and
love
just,
that.
like-
I love the Zach Brown crossover. That is a great fucking thing for both series.
Yeah, I agree. So, like, we knew it was coming. Also, like, the AlphaTauri and Herta rumors and all of that. So, like, it's just a matter of time before we see an IndyCar driver cross over to F1.
Yeah.
And I would honestly be all for Pillow being that person.
That's fair. So anyway, Indy 500. I guess we should talk about because that qualifying is this week, and then you have the race next week. So, from what we have seen so far, Fast Friday is tomorrow, or the day this comes out. Not sure. Who do you guys think will be on pole? Give me 2 guys, or
You
give me
wanna do
2
2 guys
drivers
each?
because you could have a woman in there too. Catherine Lake hype train.
The hype train sort of died.
Yeah, it has.
Hasn't been quite as quick.
For pole, 2 choices for pole.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say
you guys want-
Newgarden.
Okay.
And I want to
Sometimes
go with
yeah.
my regular choice, but I always get made fun of.
I don't. There is definite right answers to this, and there's definite wrong answers.
I'm just
wanna
gonna pencil
say-
it. I'm gonna pencil Taylor in for Ericsson right now. There we go.
Is that your pick? I wasn't sure if she was
Yes.
going Grosjean or Ericsson.
I was
it
gonna
is-
go Ericsson.
Grosjean hasn't been overly quick this weekend or this
No,
week.
but
so
he's
far.
actually looked pretty good on the no-toe times.
Mhm.
So both of those would have been right picks in my opinion.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm going with Newgarden and Ericsson.
That's a
Ericsson won the
safe
500
option.
last year, so
Yeah, that's fair.
oh, whatever.
And,
Okay.
and like he looks fast, and the car he is using is the same car he won with last year.
Yeah, so honestly, I think he has a really good shot at having another good showing this year and possibly winning. Back-to-back
I think he
500s.
could. What are you looking at, Steven? You look perplexed.
Just where Grosjean was today, he was 25th
In overall time?
in overall speed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay. All right, who's going next? Sean?
go for it.
Okay. I will pick a very dark horse pick for pole.
Oh, you always do. Okay, go. What?
Connor Daly.
That was gonna be my pick, you bastard.
It was either going to be him or VK because both of them have looked fast. Ed Carpenter cars are always fast, and they're always in the top, 12. So that's an obvious pick. And I think you have to go Alex Palou.
Yep.
The Ganassis are fast. Sense. You know they're there. Mm-hmm. There's 3 teams you go here. It's Penske, it's Ganassi, and it's Ed Carpenter. Those are the fast. And then Andretti also. No one else ever touches Palou except those guys, it seems.
No love for McLaren? Where were
they were also a team, that team has also been bumped, twice in the last few years? Because they got bumped with Hinchcliffe, and they got bumped with Alonso. So, no, I'm not going to give them love.
So, testing today, the top 2 guys there were 8th and 10th, and that was Ward and Rossi.
Yeah. They will be good in the race. They'll be a good race team. I don't think they're a good qualifying team. So, Steven, your pick?
My picks. Man, who did you guys pick? Newgarden, Ericsson, Daly, Palou. I am going to go with Sean's usual pick.
McLaughlin.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah. My second pick, I'll go Dixon.
Again.
Okay.
You can't again. There's no wrong picks if you're picking anyone from those teams.
So I know we talked last week about how Dixon usually doesn't have a good time in May.
No, he doesn't finish. He doesn't win.
No, exactly. It's finishing. He's almost always there for the Sunday.
So they showed a stat today on practice, and it was laps led of current drivers at Indy, at the Indy 500. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dixon is 630 something.
Oh my gosh.
The closest guy to him is Tony Kanaan. Do you want to know how much Tony Kanaan had?
200 something.
It was 3 something. You were close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
wow.
Dixon almost doubles in laps led.
Holy crap.
He's fucking great there. But every year something happens, either a wreck, mechanical failure, pit road fuck up, that he can't win.
He has terrible luck.
Yes.
Whether or not he's good at Indy, he just has terrible luck at the 500.
Yes.
I was also mildly tempted to take Sato after he led, because he's with Ganassi this year, right?
That is also a very sneaky pick.
And he was the fastest yesterday.
Dark horse to win is Sato, I think. Well, dark horse of Ganassi team.
So what are his odds right now?
His odds are actually, I think, reasonable.
I can't pull it up. They don't have it. Bastards.
It's not up yet?
No, I'll have to find it later.
I also think Daly could be a guy. Every year, Connor Daly gets closer and closer.
He's sort of like Dixon.
Is he?
Right? There's always something that happens where he's usually up there, right? Let's see.
Okay, Connor Daly has run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Indy 500s. Okay?
Oh, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
He used to just kind of be there. He wasn't competitive at all. Last in the 20s, not there. His last 4 attempts, he was 10th. Okay. 29th wrecked out, but he was with Ed Carpenter doing well. 13th and 6th. He is getting a little bit higher every year.
The 1 year, didn't he, was it?
The year he finished 13th?
No, I was going to say 20 when he finished 29th. Wasn't that when it was Ray Hall hit the wall and his car got hit with the tire?
No, that's when he finished 13th.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure it was that year that he, because he led a bunch of laps that race too. Yeah, he led a couple laps and then got hit by a tire.
Ooh.
Right. So I would be okay with Connor Daly doing well. I like Connor.
Me too.
So fingers crossed. All right, so we just got 2. And then next week after qualifying, we can do our full race guess.
Yes.
Yes.
I already have some bets in that, so
Well, I mean, we just
Of
went
course you
over some
do.
possible winners. So
No surprise that you have some bets.
2 of them are not looking so good.
Oh no! Oh no!
did you put money on Islet?
I did put money on Islet.
He's in a backup car, Sean.
I know. Well, actually, the backup car might be better.
Oh,
Whatever.
He can't be much worse. He was already running last.
But like the okay, here's the thing with Islet, and like listen to them talk about it. They have no idea what the hell's wrong with that car.
That's
Like
not good.
his car is
That's not good.
No, but like it
That's-
doesn't make any sense because Canapino he's doing fine. He's middle of the pack. He is competitive. He is there, and honestly, that's a bet I'm also really happy I threw $1 on because fuck it.
I was gonna say, did Juncos partner with like Ferrari or something?
He was 2,500 to 1.
Okay, that's fair. I would
Or
take
200,
those
no,
two.
251, 251. That was it. So $1 gets you $250.
Yeah, I'd take that.
Fuck it.
Hey, why not? On the off chance it does like pan out, why not?
Yes. Actually, I actually don't have Isla in here. I have
Well,
V.
maybe you lucked
I
out.
have Canapino, VK and Daly are my pre-race dark horse, while their odds are long bets.
Oh, I have Canapino too.
We talked about taking that one because it's like fuck it, why not?
Yeah.
And he's been getting more comfortable as practice has gone on. It's actually kind of fun to watch.
Where did he run today? Let's have a look. Canapino was 15th. 226.
Nice.
That's not a bad place to be.
Yeah, he's
He's
fine.
He's ahead of one-time pole sitter Marco Andretti.
He's been irrelevant to me. You know, also watching
Hey.
IndyCar practice and taking the 500. You know who's a guy who I feel bad for? Never, like he's just gone out of the sport, hasn't been back, but he was amazing at the 500.
Who?
Who?
This is a name you haven't heard in a while.
Okay.
Carlos
Okay.
Munoz.
Oh God.
No. I've never heard of him, so
He had 6 500s attempts. What's his worst finish, Steven?
His worst finish?
Worst finish in 6 attempts.
16.
20th.
Okay.
that was his worst.
His worst was 20th.
It's not bad. 'cause
You know what
he-
his second worst is?
What?
10th.
10th? Oh my gosh!
He finished 2nd, 4th, 2nd, 10th, 7th, and was done. Out
This guy
of
should-
IndyCar.
Wow.
Why?
This guy should have been a mercenary.
He should be. I don't know why. Like, okay, nothing against Stephen Wilson, but like, why are we not putting this guy in a car?
Why
Yeah.
was R.C. Anderson picked over this guy?
Yes,
Someone get this man a car.
and like, I think Munoz has dropped off the face of the earth. I don't know what happened to that guy.
Here, hang on.
What, like,
Actually, yeah,
he's, like-
his Wikipedia entry just ends
Just
at
ends in
IndyCar
2018.
So nobody knows what he's doing now?
No,
He just disappeared.
Well, does he? Come on, social media. Does he have none?
I have no idea. That is a guy who I think
Carlos, what, Munoz?
Munoz. Okay, yeah, yeah.
MUN.
What's his last post?
Yeah.
155 weeks ago.
Motorsports racing.
Yeah. He
What?
He dropped
was
off
in an
the
Indy
face of the earth.
car. He was in an Indy car. Oh, that's funny.
I'm telling you, this guy needs to be back in IndyCar. At least for the 500. Like, fuck, Ed Carpenter, get out. Get this guy in. He's a better record than you.
I mean, I've said that for years.
I know. I
Okay, the
kind of
last
want...
time he was like tweeting was in 2020.
Yeah. I
Was
honestly...
that the last time that he was in IndyCar?
Did he die?
Oh, his. Holy crap! his thing still says I'm a professional race car driver in the IndyCar series. So his Twitter hasn't been changed since he. Oh my gosh, guys, are we sleuthing that like something happened to this guy?
Maybe, and just no one knew about it for the last 2 years.
He's on LinkedIn
Here, Taylor.
as a professional car and IndyCar.
You can DM him, Taylor. You can try to talk to him, see what he's up to.
No, I don't want to do that.
Anyway, yeah. So I just thought that was funny. I was thinking of him today. Of like, he had a couple chances where he was close, and then like looked it up and like, huh, he was really good at the 500, and then it's gone, dropped off the face of the earth, literally.
Actually, though,
Literally, like
actually dropped
he's
off the face of the
dropped
earth.
off the face of the earth.
Oh my gosh. What
Yeah.
the heck?
Listen, I ain't gonna judge anyone that just wanted to leave it and disappear. He's probably living his best life somewhere. They took him to a
Hope
farm
so.
upstate.
Oh God.
No, it's never good. Don't say that.
Okay.
That's where all the dogs are.
That's the joke.
Or the
Yes.
gerbils. Or the
Exactly.
hamsters.
Anyway, is that all we have to talk about this week? We've covered our predictions. We've gotten did most of it. Anything else to add?
No, I think that's it.
Okay, well, thank you very much for listening to this episode. We'll be back next week, and yeah, that's all. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in to the Spare Parts Racing Podcast. Remember to subscribe so you don't miss an episode, and follow the show on Twitter at Spare Parts Racing. That's Spare Parts RACIN, and on TikTok at Spare Parts Pod. Follow the hosts at Sean Chavarella, at Stephen Clary, and at Tay Moore.